Hey there, so today we have another review. This is a beer I'm actually really excited for. This is from Jester King, and it's actually a lesser known beer from them. I actually forgot the name of the beer. I was trying to look it up, and then couldn't find it. And then eventually found it, and was like, oh yeah, that's the name of the beer. So this is called Kernel Toby, Jester King canning, which is absolutely crazy. Never, Jester King, Yellow Farm said for a while, we're just breweries. I was like, they're never gonna can, and then obviously like follow the trends. You're gonna have to can eventually, right? This is in collaboration with the Kernel. If you know the Kernel, out of the UK, pretty like they were definitely around, like old money, like definitely like sending some beer. I don't think they're really sending beer here, but like they're around, like, collabing. Definitely one of like you guys close comments. You guys know the UK better. Like one of the more like known craft breweries. Like as America was building its craft kind of like explosion. This is a hoppy little farmhouse ale, 3.3%, tiny beer. If you don't know, they also make a beer called Le Petit Prince, which is sort of like a small. Again, they call it a hoppy little farmhouse ale. In that same vein, industry people love that beer. Sort of like a just again like when you're at a when you're at a sorry, my brain's like taking off. When you're at a beer fest or whatever, it can be very exhausting. So drinking like heavy hazy IPAs, heavy fruited sours, heavy pastry stuff, and like obviously a lot of industry people, 3.3% hoppy farmhouse. That's like right up their alley. So that's why I picked this one out. Really excited. Not as fresh as I would like. This was canned about, let's say 5 months ago when I picked it up, put it in the fridge, right? So and again, when I found this was in the fridge, so ideally stayed there the whole time. Hoppy little farmhouse beer. I forget what hops are in here. Oh, Jesus. Anyway, beer comes in a light to like gold to straw color. Actually, probably straw. Has a kind of like a medium to medium haze to it, right? Like not completely opaque. Wonderful fluffy eggshell white head, like white. Like we're talking like Elmer's glue white, like white head. Nice. Oh yeah, a little bit phenolic. I definitely smell a little bit like that cracked black pepper thing. Like a little bit hoppiness. I get a little bit of stone fruit. Sorry, not stone fruit, palm fruit. I get like tart pear, a little bit of apple. Definitely phenolic. As I dig more, it's just Belgian. Like there's that almost like a plasticky kind of tone to it. Plastic. I was calling black pepper, but it's that kind of like what is it? Ethyl acetate. Ethyl acetate. Right? Yeah, like band-aidy, plastic kind of thing. Rubber gloves. Oh yeah, I mean that's yeah, it's kind of just like green, a little bit of hop myrcene thing going on, but not. It's a 3.3% beer, so it's not an IPA, obviously. So a really nice kind of like drinkable. Like it's so drinkable. Like obviously it's like basically water, or not basically water, but it's closer to water than a lot of beers. 3.8%. Solid bitterness. Wow, for 3.3, they really bittered this beer up quite nicely. So it reminds me of something like Terrace Boba, where it's like a small beer, but like very bitter for that ABV. Perception of this beer, it's a solidly, it's a moderately to moderate plus bitterness, a bitter beer for 3.3%. Really nice kind of just crackers, like like wafers, just like there you go, Quaker oat crackers, just like plain, light, crispy, crunchy kind of malt flavor to it. As you wait more, it builds. The bitterness is definitely for 3.3. Medium plus bitterness is definitely a pretty bitter beer. As you wait more, you get a little bit of kind of phenolic on the back end, just offering a little bit of hint, right? For people that don't like Belgian beer, you're not gonna like this. That was one of the flavors that always took me forever to get into when I was getting into craft beer. That kind of like weird, funky saison thing. I'm thinking about even like specific beers like what's that beer called from Green Flash? Rayon Vert. They're like a Belgian IPA thing, and Stone made made a Belgian IPA too. Just that weird, funky kind of like plasticky Belgian phenolic was just never something too attractive for me. I've definitely grown into it, and so it's definitely here. If you like that kind of Belgian phenolic thing, you're not gonna like this at all. It's solidly one of the big flavor profiles, along with the um, solid like lingering black tea Hey, Nigel, what are you what are we doing? We thought we said no getting on the table, sir. Sir, 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 sir. All right. You still in the shot? All right. Yeah. Get out of here. So, hey, I thought. Sorry, pardon the disruption. He just likes the beer reviews. Like he'd have this. He usually doesn't hang out. Like we're not supposed to have him on here, but he just loves hanging out. He sees the reviews coming and he just wants to say hi. So he just loves the audience. So hey, all right, bye bye. All right, he didn't want to stay. Hi and bye. Yeah, phenolic, a little bit bitter. Really nice clean malt character. The water's nice. It's somewhere between. It's on the snappier side. The water profile is definitely on the snappier side. So leaning a little bit more towards like hoppy pilsner. Yeah, has a little bit. Of, it's almost like Belgian pilsner. If you like have really that nice clean malt character, nice hoppiness, but then like there's a little bit of that phenolic in here, and then you're like, oh wow, this is like an unfiltered Belgian pilsner. But then you don't realize it's 3.3. Like I think 3.3 might be around the ABV where you can literally drink as much as you can, and like just because there's not much liquid in you, you're like actually gonna just never gonna get anywhere. As in like inebriation and like blah blah. It's somewhere around there. I think it's below that, but this might have been what people were drinking to satiate themselves for nutrients and water and all that kind of cool stuff. But back in the day, like 3.3, I mean, you can function drinking 3.3 all day, I think. Oh yeah, this just is a very tasty beer. This is of highest utility, obviously. Great execution. This is a tasty beer. Wish more beers were like this. I feel there should just be more options. Granted, you're probably not getting your bang for buck for ABV $2, but hey, get your hit out of some other beers, and then like it's nice to like not have to sit at 7 to 8%, 9%, right, all night. It's nice to like take a break and all right, I'm gonna back it down to 3, right, or start off at 3, or just choose a night where 3% to 5 is your goal instead of 7 to 8, right? Tasty, love it. Yeah, that's all. Tasty as all hell. This for me is getting a solid 96. That's a solid 96. Yeah, I mean, it's just so good. I mean, again, there's not enough beers being made at this ABV. Very tasty, clean execution. Love the hoppiness. Love that. Just massage a little bit of the Belgian phenolic in there. It shows us Jester King, showing his Belgian roots, but not overly on the top, over the top. 96. Cheers later.